more staffs, more as teachers helpers, more securities. We just need more employees just to have keep our children in a more safe environment.
That's so funny because the same thing's happening to our school. We have 550 students and 2 employees for the safe school climate, and we feel as that there should be more paraprofessionals, more teachers, more security guards, and all we have is 2 security guards. And our concern is if something should break out in school, are they equipped and able to take control of the situation? But besides that, how about the enrollment into the school? We have all these schools that keep, the neighborhood schools that have to take the children, and all these magnet schools have a cap in their enrollments, and all the neighborhood schools, whoever doesn't make it into these magnet charters, or what other school is out there? That's all I can remember, the charter and the magnet. When they put the cap on, the neighborhood schools gotta pick these kids, take these kids into the school, and it makes it difficult, it makes it unsafe. I mean, I feel that every school should have a cap. How do you feel about that?
I feel that it's not fair for the other kids that are leaving behind when they shouldn't have to feel behind. I think that every kid in every way should be treated as on equal,
Have an
not differently,
opportunity.
have an opportunity, yes.
I feel the same way.
Hey, China.
Hi, Janika.
I just want to ask you, you ever thought about your kids' future?
Yes, I think about it all the time.
Do you have a vision for your family?
I definitely do.
Do you mind sharing with me what your vision is for your family?
Sure. Well, I wrote a little something, but usually I would, say that I really do want my kids to go to college and stuff like that. But here's the vision that I wrote down for my family. My kids' future looks like you don't win if you don't play, because lotteries usually have odds of about 18 million to 1, because we allow these lawmakers to dictate what's acceptable for our children. I call it gambling for education. So I want my kids to soar to the highest level possible and with a greater power, because being educated flies higher than waiting for Superman. Only we can fix this, because as a parent, no, we won't back down. I will stand up for my child's education, and this is why I picked a charter school. For my vision for No Child Left Back, I want to see my children not be called the problem child, because the school can't tap into my son's kinesthetic ways of learning. I want a school culture that breathes and loves our children. A system also designed where kids that are more advanced, they would have a place and a space. Where my kid with a special need or emotional disorder could have a therapist to cater to his needs. That's the kind of school that I want. I want it for my family. I want to make a choice to any school of our choice, even if we're not from an affluent community. I want my children to remain in a high-performing school and just right in my own backyard. Through this training, though, I have learned so much more. I'm still climbing the mountain and learning how this No Child Left Behind doesn't work for our children. It's a total slap to my mind. So everyone thought that we were going to stay down forever, but forever is here. So we have to educate and not incarcerate. And that's my story. So I really want my kids to go on and go to college and be productive citizens. So that's my story.
And I definitely agree with you. I feel as though, I had to make a decision this year whether or not to keep my child in a school which is right across the street from my house, or get my child bussed out, you have to imagine that was a real hard decision for me to make, because it's just so much easier for me just to get up and walk my kids across the street.
Exactly.
And not only that, I get to be an active role model for my children within that school. But unfortunately, I'm not able to do that this year because I had to make a choice as a parent to put my child in the school, out of school district, way out, where I'm not able to attend a lot of functions that goes on in that school. So can you imagine how I feel as a parent? It frustrates me. It infuriates me because not only did I have to make this decision, I could just imagine how many other parents that wish they could have the opportunity that my children have. And that shouldn't have to, education should never have to be a gamble.
Yeah.
You know, you should never have to wait for a lottery to tell your child that he or she can go to a high performance school when that high performance school should be the school right there in their backyard. You know, so hopefully with this equity project and this No Child Held Back, us parents, you know, starting off with us, we could, you know, educate other parents to know what we know and take a stand for what we feel is right, which is a child shouldn't have to wait in line to get a good quality education. They should get it from wherever they at. And hopefully one day, starting with us, that we will make that change. We got to stand for what's right.
That's what